In a recent video on environmentalism, I talked about recycling and plastic recycling. Obviously, recycling is great, but unfortunately, in places like here in the US, what we try to recycle doesn't always end up being recycled. A lot of it ends up being thrown away anyway due to contamination and other issues. So while we should continue to recycle and do our best to avoid contaminating recycling by recycling things that can be recycled, by cleaning them before we recycle them, all of that, the best thing that we can do is to reduce our consumption of plastic in particular in the first place. But easier said than done, right? When it comes to food in particular and food packaging, a lot of these things are packaged in plastic for a reason. It's very good at protecting food and reducing food waste. And when it comes to specific food products like vegan alternatives, vegan alternatives to ice cream and meat and cheese, whatever else you can think of, I think there's a lot of utility there. I think it's really important to support these companies, the companies producing these foods, to help show there's demand for these products, even if they are packaged in plastic. So I want to use less plastic without giving up things I love, like Campari tomatoes and Incognito nuggets. That's basically what I'm saying. So non-perishable. What about non-perishable goods that are packaged in plastic that don't necessarily maybe need to be packaged in plastic? Maybe something like laundry detergent. We're a family of four, myself, my partner, and our two little ones. We have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I don't think I've ever said little ones in my life. That's just a weird thing to come out of my mouth. But we have 2 little kids. I wish I could blame my laundry load on them, but really, it's me. I work out almost every single day. Even when I don't work out, I'm just a kind of sweaty, gross person. So a lot of our laundry load, it falls on me. Point is, we go through a lot of laundry detergent, and our go-to over the years has been the Tide Free and Gentle because it's pretty cheap, it works, and it doesn't have a smell. Neither partner or I typically like the smell of laundry detergent, but it's a lot of plastic that may or may not end up being recycled. Who knows? Or honestly, it ends up gathering dust in our basement because we have run out of room in our recycling bin. I wish I were joking. Enter EarthBreeze, which you've probably heard of before. They are everywhere on Instagram right now, at least for me. It's actually a really clever idea. So why is laundry detergent so big and heavy? Why does it come in these huge plastic jugs? Well, because it's mostly water. Well, what if you could remove the water? Well, you end up with these little sheets of soap, basically. They're kind of like dryer sheets, but soap delivered right to your door in this lightweight, biodegradable packaging. No plastic. So pretty cool. But does it actually work? Is what I asked myself when EarthBreeze contacted me about sending me their product and doing a sponsored video. I've never tried anything like this, any sort of sheet detergent. I've tried eco-friendly stuff in the past, like the Ecos brand and a couple of others, but I always stopped because they didn't work. They didn't get the pit part of the shirt clean. My shirt still smelled like sweat. So we've been using these for just over 2 weeks now, mostly the unscented for our stuff. We've used the scented for the kids. I guess it's the other way around, right? Usually you use unscented on kids, but they don't seem to have any issues with sensitivity to fragrances or anything like that. And again, we prefer unscented. Although honestly, I kind of like the smell of this stuff. I may be crazy, but it reminds me of like Pez, kind of. I haven't had Pez candy in a real long time. Is that even vegan? I don't know. But I swear it smells like orange pet. No, I don't think it does. I don't know, but it smells kind of good. But partner still, no, does not like the smell of it, so we use the unscented for our stuff. And we have washed as many things as I could think of to wash. We've washed our clothes several times. We've washed the kids' clothes 2 times, I think. We have washed bedding. I washed 2 different loads of sheets and blankets and stuff. Towels, of course. Everything has come out smelling clean and fresh using 1 sheet. We've used 1 whole sheet for every load, even a huge load. That's what I've used every time. And yeah, no armpit smells. Underwear smells good. Just that's what matters, right? Does the underwear smell good? Do the shirts smell sweaty? No. All right, which really shouldn't be surprising if you look at the ingredient list. It's standard detergent ingredients, right? It's not SLS free, which many eco-friendly detergents are, which is probably one of, if not the main reason why so many of the eco-friendly stuff just isn't as effective. SLS is a very effective, very safe detergent, surfactant. I would not have even tried this product if it didn't have a surfactant, or yes, there are some detergents that don't actually have a surfactant, or it's just so far down the list as to be meaningless basically, or they use the coconut version of SLS, which just doesn't seem to be as effective. Point is, EarthBreeze for us has been very effective, just as effective as the Tide we were using. But what does it cost? Because this is another issue with a lot of eco-friendly stuff, not just laundry detergent, but all sorts of things. They tend to be more expensive than the mainstream version, sometimes substantially more expensive. EarthBreeze is 33 cents per load, 20 cents if you subscribe. That's for a regular load, which is actually half of a sheet. So for a full sheet, which again is what we use, then it would be 66 cents per load per sheet, or 40 cents for the subscription. Tide Free and Gentle, what we were using, is $11.99 at Fred Meyer for 64 loads, so about 19 cents per load, but a load is not a full cap. A load is to level 1. We always used a full cap, bar 5, which makes the container only 12.8 loads, not 64 loads. So $11.99 divided by 12.8 is 94 cents per load. So for us, EarthBreeze is actually cheaper, and that's without a subscription. So will my family keep using EarthBreeze? Pretty obvious, yes. It works great, it's cheaper, and it means we get to use less plastic, and it takes up less space in the basement. I mean, it's not a big thing, but it's a nice little bonus. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to EarthBreeze for sponsoring this video. Again, they didn't send me the product for free, and then they did actually sponsor this video. They did actually pay for this video, so thank you so much. And yeah, if you have any other things like this, I know it's kind of a big ask, but things that didn't sound a big ask. There we go. But things that are actually more environmentally friendly, because that's another thing. Sometimes things aren't really, but actually more environmentally friendly, actually do what they say they're supposed to do. So they're actually effective and are cheaper, or at least the same price. They don't have to be cheaper, but the same price as the mainstream version. I would love to know, because again, we're trying to reduce plastic consumption and whatnot, but there's not a whole lot of areas for us to do that, because food, like, I'm just, you know, that's kind of off the table for us, to be honest. And then like water bottles, we don't use water bottles. I'm having a hard time thinking of other examples, but yeah, if you guys know of any, let me know. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that I just don't even think about. So again, thank you for watching. Check out EarthBreeze if you are interested, and I will have a new video, hopefully very soon. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did.